Evil said gig, aka Mr. Get Your Tank Top Ready. Coming to you fine people today. I was inspired to do this video because I was actually looking at the Sneaker God podcast. I also want to say something on a side note. Anybody who has 1,000 or less followers, I mean, come on, man. Y'all know we should all be pretty much supporting each other and looking at each other as far as on YouTube. The thing about me is I like to hear the perspective from people with less followers because I know it's pretty genuine. I know the bigger people followers get, not saying everybody. Come on now. I know not everybody. I think when you get bigger, you got to kind of go with the mainstream, like collabs, and you got to pretty much go, you know, what the trends at when it comes to that, as far as what you like. Because I ain't gonna tell you no lie, every big YouTuber pretty much is gonna talk about collab shoes. They gonna talk about some stuff that's gonna be collabs. But I think that's on the side note I do want to say. I want to definitely say I think anybody, you got 1,000 or less subscribers, you should definitely be trying to support each other. And just look at other people's perspective, how other people feel about shoes, because quiet is kept. A lot of y'all not thinking about it. I know we get all caught up for where we from, but other people from different places, they like different things. Sure. So I like that's the thing about me. I want to learn what other people's shoes, what were some trends and things that other people that went through. But I'm getting off of that to get on what we actually gonna talk about today. Today, probably the most controversial topic ever. There's gonna be a lot of cussing in our comment section for this. Top 10 Jordan model shoes. And once again, I got this from a Sneaker God podcast. They were talking about this, and it made me really think, like, you know, what are my top 10 model Jordans? So I took some time and I really thought about what are my top 10 models and why they're my top 10 models. Talk to them, my boy.
Now, I'm going to tell you what, though. It's probably going to be some cussing in the comment, but they probably going to be cussing at me. They were like, man, what is he talking about? That's number one. Number two, we're going to change the rules this time, man. It's your topic. You going first. We're going to change it.
Listen, I'll go first this time. I'll go first. Now, I'm going to tell y'all got to buckle up because I actually want some details about why you actually like this shoe. Yeah. We're not just breeze over. Okay. Yeah. Number 10 for me is real simple. The Jordan 31. All right. Once again, this man don't go past 15. So I'm explaining this. In 2016, I'm actually getting my car washed. I'm sitting inside the little building. I'm watching like the practices for the Olympics. Jimmy Butler puts on that Olympic colorway in that Jordan 31. And I'm looking, I'm like, whoa, what is that? Like I'm telling you, it hit me like, I was like, what is this? Then I Google it. I'm watching the USA practice, him and Kyrie going at it, and I'm watching the shoe. I was like, oh man, when this shoe come out? I found out that the shoe was going to be a quick strike in actually Charlotte. And you know that's like an hour some change from up. Man, I zoomed up there, got this shoe, man. Let me tell you something about that Jordan 31. It is the most comfortable Jordan you'll put on your foot. And that's the truth. If you check the Zoom bag, you could actually, it's visible. I actually have several. Y'all know I bought several pairs of these. You can see this actual Zoom bag on the shoe. They actually got ankle pods actually inside of the shoe that supports your ankle. And I love the story behind the shoe, right? Because at the time, they know that people were not buying new J's. So to bring people into new Jordans, they actually took basically some stuff from the one and they basically made the 31. Right. The shoe was a big deal. It flew by a lot of people's head. I know people want people to get validated through other people. In case y'all don't know, God bless the dead, y'all know Clark Kent then was on Complex. They did an unveil for the Jordan 31.
First saw it. You just saw it recently.
Yeah,
when you put it on.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to say this before we get to talking too much about it. I'm a sneaker fanatic, and it's been a long time that I've been excited about a new Jordan shoe. Usually I'm stuck on retros. I like the 30, but when I saw this aesthetically, immediately I thought, okay, this is a lot better than all of the latest ones. But then when I put it on, is when I was sold. I was like, this is probably the most comfortable Jordan I've ever put on, and they actually still look really, really cool.
Yeah. This shoe, to be honest with you, that was a day I knew that people weren't gonna like new Jordans. They just, it's in their mind they're not gonna wear new Jordans, because this is a solid, good shoe. Every time I put that shoe on anything on Instagram, people who actually got them like, oh man, great shoe, great shoe, great shoe. The shoe wears very well. The only thing I would change about the shoe is that they put a jump man like at the front. If they'd put that Nike Air in the front, because y'all don't know, the shoe tells a story. It has leather in the back and it transitioned to that like that mesh, because it's supposed to be like the old school of leather and going to the new school of the mesh, and you can see it like changing going to it. You got the actual swoosh inside of it, you got the jump man, and then in the back you can actually see the 31 Roman numeral. Like, it's a lot of fine details on that shoe. But you know, it's definitely my number 10. I can't even lie. Your turn, my boy.
But the way you talk about that shoe, it should be high on the list. I don't know, bro.
No, because listen, it was a long, you got to understand from my perspective and where I come up from.
Right.
It had been a long time since it was a new Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A new Jordan that I really wanted, like something that made turn my head.
No, I remember you talked to me about it. I
Yeah.
knew that you like, man.
And Westbrook was a hell of an ambassador for it.
Yes,
I'm
he
not
was.
going to even lie. He was just, like I say, that was one that turned my head. Like I say, we're going to actually go on some details of why we like these shoes today.
Well, I ain't going that deep into this one. But my number 10 is the Air Jordan 15 Stealth, that black and red 15. That's my number 10 shoe. I think the reason I like this one is to a point that me and you talked about earlier. We was talking about Jordans as far as is a shoe you like later. Mm-hmm. When that shoe first came out, I didn't like it.
Most people didn't.
I was looking at the shoe like
just a new Jordan.
It was a new
Because of the tone.
I didn't like it. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it. And I think I might have told the story before. I seen Reggie Miller with him on in the finals, even though he had his own colorway. I started looking at him like, man, wait a minute now. That shoe ain't all that bad. And then I started to look at it, and you see the commercial.
Just for you, though you never knew you were my reason.
Because back then, Jordan commercials was still a big matter of fact. It seemed like once you got to about 12 or 13, them commercials started to get better and better.
Yeah, they were hitting them up.
Yeah.
They were hitting them commercials a long time, yeah.
But that 15, that's the first one I remember. I could be wrong, but that's the first one I remember where it was a Team Jordan thing. You got Randy Moss, you got Roy Jones, you got all these people, Derek Jeter, the commercials you got, and the whole basketball thing where they showed them on feet. I was like, that's what made me like that particular shoe. So the 15 step, that'd be my number 10.
Hey man, so you act like you had no details. You had some details. You tell about why you like.
Just a little bit.
All right, my number 9 is the Jordan 17. All right.
Okay.
So,
Which color?
oh, you already know the red and white one, my boy.
Okay.
Red and white one. Red and white one. So when the shoe first came out, Jordan was back. I'm just telling y'all now, Jordan was back. We was happy. It had a suitcase. It was $200. It had the CD-ROM. It had, but the shoe was a nice looking new Jordan.
Clean, yep.
It was nice, just a nice, clean, you know, it was just a nice looking new Jordan. And I wore that shoe, I wore it often. I wore it out. As you can see, I wore mine out, my 17 out. But that right there definitely is a strong number 9 for me. That was a real nice shoe. Details on that shoe too. In case y'all don't know, at the bottom of that shoe, if y'all see those paws and stuff, that's actually supposed to simulate a golf course.
Yeah.
So it just, one thing I want you guys all to understand about Jordans, it's a lot of details. A lot of little small details that y'all don't even know when it comes to those shoes. But yeah, that Jordan 17 is definitely my number 9, my boy.
Okay. Good pick. And my number 9 is Air Jordan 10, the powder blue. Going off of what you said, details, talking about the bottom. On the bottom of that shoe, it's a whole lot of details.
Yeah.
Because, that was a shoe we didn't know.
Retirement shoe,
we
basically.
didn't know, so it was like, and I didn't know if it was going to be it. But the main reason that shoe is my favorite, with that particular color is my favorite, because I know we talked a while back. I told you about my uncle with the 2 pairs.
yeah.
How he got them. We ain't gonna talk about that no more because we had a conversation. He told me, "You think you funny?" Yep. Yeah, but no, I like that shoe because that was the one with the clean. It didn't have the toe cap. But you know when they talked about cap or no cap, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Could you picture? Now it didn't have it. The Steel 10 did have the toe cap.
It did.
So we've seen it with the toe cap. We've seen it without. Could you picture that powder blue with a toe cap?
Yeah.
I can't because it just wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Now why you say that?
I could pitch all of them with a toe cap.
Because I guess one of them had it.
Yeah, I mean, I can pitch all of them with a toe cap.
Okay.
But as far as me liking it with a toe cap, no. But I mean, you know, I don't like that shadow with the toe cap, but I know you do.
I'm gonna get that just because I seen the picture.
I got you. Listen, I feel you.
That powder blue, and I'm still waiting on them because I own it, but I own the retro, so I'm still waiting on them to give us that right tint, that powder. That's the one I want. So if y'all watching, or it's gonna get passed around. But never mind. You can go number 8.
I got you.
You
All
go
right,
number 8.
for number 8, we're gonna go with the Great 8. So make y'all laugh. Y'all know I don't like the Bugs Bunny 8. Yeah. I know all of y'all do.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
But the playoff 8 and that Aqua 8 is that deal to me. But I'll make y'all laugh though. You wanna know my number 1 8? The Chrome Black 8.
That's interesting.
That is my number 1, and it's not even an OG, right?
And that's one I regret too. I regret passing on it the last time it came out because it came out at the Aqua time.
I didn't know about it, and then you remember I told you we had the outlet.
Yeah,
I run to go get it. Guess what size they had?
12.
They had a 10. They had bought it too big. I can't
okay.
buy them too small.
Man.
But they had a 10. Yeah, that Chrome 8 is my number 1 8. But I'm tell you something. I really like the 8s. I do. I like the 8s. I like the playoff 8, and I like that Aqua 8. But you can keep that Bugs Bunny. I can tell you that.
All right. And I got the Air Jordan 13 black and red playoff.
Woo!
Black and red playoff. Now, truth be told, it was tough for me picking this one because I kind of wrestled with which one between the regular playoff, the black playoff, the All-Star game playoff.
I got you.
And the black and red, because as a kid, when the shoes were out, like I'm talking about the 11s, the 12s, the 13s, I always went crazy over that black and red colorway.
Everybody is bulls.
Now, as I got older, I started to appreciate the white and black colorways a little more. But that black and red, I remember back in the days, magazines were a big thing. I remember going in the Food Line, and they had the Slam magazine, all black cover. And Jordan is almost like him by himself it's the picture, but he taking a jump shot. You see them shoes, and he got the black socks on.
It's a different look, ain't it, boy?
God.
Hey, boy, that's a different look. What I know. Ooh.
And he wore the black and red ones with the away uniform. You know, in basketball, the away uniform is the dark colors. So he had the red jersey, the red shorts, and them black and red. Oh man, the way that cover just popped, I was like, yeah, that shoe, that black and red playoff 13 always stuck out as far as one of my favorites. Like the black and white playoff is probably my favorite one to wear, but the black and red one's probably my favorite one to look at. So
yeah, that's a must have there, my boy. That was a real good one. That was a real good one.
It might be too long on the list, but
yeah, you woo. All right, we on back on me?
Yeah, it's number 7.
All right, my Jordan 7 is the Jordan 21. All right. Prefer the red suede.
Okay.
But I take the red suede, I take the gray suede. So when this shoe came out, in case y'all don't know, New Jordans used to come with a whole lot of trinkets at this point. It's mid 2000s, right? So I had you could put like the Zoom bags and everything. You could switch them in and out inside of the shoes. The shoes they were very comfortable shoes, but the thing about it, they were stylish. I think they remember them after the Maserati on the inside, because it's like diamond tucks on the inside and everything. I know you're not a fan, but I'm telling you, the Jordan 21 was one of those shoes, and that's the reason why you seeing everybody right now giving them high praise and saying they want to have this shoe come back. I love that shoe. I still own the white one, y'all know this, but I'm telling you, that is definitely a Jordan that they did right. They put, in case you don't know, they got a little hologram too. If you got the black like you can put on the ends. I'm telling you, it's a lot of details on them 21s. That right there is definitely a top joy for me.
I can see Mr. Clarence coming based on what I'm about to say.
You can take Mr. Clarence and leave him on the side of
Well, I'm
town.
about to
Listen,
say-
one thing I'm gonna tell you, even the hype beasts agree with me on this one.
I ain't talking about Joe. I'm talking about me. Listen, that 21, I don't care what color. I don't like that shoe. You can give it to me and I won't wear it.
Man,
Must be out of your goddamn mind.
and stop.
I'm serious.
You don't like the Jordan 20 at all?
Nope.
Wow. Y'all heard it here
You
first.
said controversy.
Listen,
that's part of
that's the country.
most
That's the
controversial
first fight.
thing I
That's the
said.
first fight, right?
I don't like that shoe.
Y'all heard it here first now. So when they come out and they retro this, he better have it on his damn feet.
I promise you, I ain't gonna have it on my feet, in my car, in my closet. Somebody can give it to me, and even if they don't give me the receipt, guess where it's going? Back to the store.
Woo, that's that's
like
hard,
that shoe.
shaded boy.
It's just not attractive to me.
Woo, well, I'll let you have that.
But I will say this though, a man does have a great mind because his number 8 was the Air Jordan 8 playoff. My number 7 is the Air Jordan 8 playoff.
Okay.
Yep, the 8. I just remember liking that as a kid. First place I saw it back in those days, we used to watch the games.
Yeah, watch the
and look
game.
at what was on his feet. Mm-hmm. And you saw it in the playoffs. I just remember seeing it against the Suns because I think that's as far back. Honestly, that's the first NBA Finals series I can actually remember.
You told me that, yeah, that you remember.
Yep,
Mhm.
and those shoes I just thought they was like so. Every time they retro that shoe in mid hype form, I got it. I got the 07, I got the 13, and what was it last year that came out?
Last year.
Okay, yep, the 23. I got that one too. I got all 3 versions of it, and I think
Yeah, you
last
like
year,
that shoe if you got all of
I
them.
got all 3 of them. Last year was the first one. To me, 07 and 13. They set up the same, but 07 had a little better quality than that 13. Even 13 wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. 07 had a little bit better quality, but last year is when they gave us all of the
They
details.
put all the
So,
packaging
yeah.
together.
So I'm
Yeah.
actually glad to own
That's
that.
when they put an execution together on
Yep.
last year.
Yep. So that's one of my favorite 8s, and not saying that I don't like the Aquas or the Bugs because I love all 3, but 8 that's probably the one that stands out the most that playoff.
Okay. All right, back on me. Number 6 is the Jordan 2.
Okay.
All right, so let me explain this to you. I need that red and white Jordan 2, especially what they've changed these shapes. The Jordan 2 is a very comfortable shoe. It's a very stylish shoe. And so when everybody was giving Jordan 2s hell years ago, oh, it's too bulky, it's too ugly, it's too this and that, I was buying them up.
Right.
That's the reason why y'all see them. I got so many, you'll see me pull them up. I got them. I was buying them up. And when they got back popular, when they brought back the OG with the, OG specs and they got they branding, y'all know I didn't even get that shoe. Because I tried too. That's what I'm saying. Can you, now I want y'all to really think about that. Here I was, somebody who always bought Jordan 2s. Now the OG come, I can't get the OG because now the hype beast. Well, I can't call hype beast because at that point I know what it was hype beast. I call it what it is.
If I had to give somebody credit, just being honest with giving away credit where credit is due, got to be that dude Sean. That's Collar 23.
Yeah.
He pushed the 2s. He really did.
He pushed the 2.
So I give it to him.
But it's Virgil though, boy. It's Virgil though. He pushed it.
Yeah, he did.
He been pushing it for a long time. But when Virgil did that and Don C did that, I said, oh hell, I'm dead. I knew I was done. I knew I wasn't able to get the shoe. A shoe that I basically, what I used to call the outlet. Now, that was my first original outlet special.
Message.
The Jordan 2 was my first original. I used to call outlet specials. Those was outlet specials.
Now I know we talk about certain shoes we don't rock with Lowe's. Now I do own.
I own Lowe's. I own Lowe's and Jordan 2.
I own the Chicago 2 Low.
I own. You want me to go down the line? How many on Lowe's? But I own them.
I do own that.
I'm a big fan of the Jordan 2. The shape, the look.
Yeah.
It is a, like when y'all say classic looking shoe.
Yeah.
That's a classic looking shoe.
And then and you go back to the slam dunk competition with Jordan 87. I mean, he's still, even on a shoe that's not so popular, when you look at him with it on, it still look fly.
He bring it.
So yeah, I'm with you on that. That ain't a bad pick. And dang, the controversy that didn't even make my top 10. I'm sitting there thinking like, man, did I do this right?
Yeah, you didn't even make your Jordan 2 to make. Well, I can understand why, because Jordan 2 ain't gonna make everybody top 10.
It didn't.
I can guarantee that.
But I'm a Jordan 2 fan. And the reason I started smiling when he said something about the white and red color because
yeah,
I own that.
Yeah, you own that one.
That was, I'm gonna be honest with you. That was the start of our friendship, right?
Yep.
That day.
That was it.
When he saw me with them Jordan 2s on, he's like, man, this dude right here must be somebody.
He got to know something.
He got to
know something. I need to know what he knows, so I go get me some of them.
right, absolutely.
All right, run your next one, my boy.
All right, so this is where controversy is gonna kick in because I'm at number 6.
Okay.
Number 6, Air Jordan 3 white cement.
There ain't no controversy. I don't listen. Okay. Let me say my piece then. I'm gonna let you because you got.
Go ahead.
I don't expect anyone who's under the age of 45, 46 to have a Jordan 3 white cement in their top 5.
Okay.
You know why?
Okay.
Because you wasn't able to be and see the impact of that shoe from the dunk contest to the streets to the videos to everything that was going on at that time.
Right.
So I don't expect. That's why I try to tell you. I've learned just from coaching football and just being around like in YouTube streets. It's different lenses for different generations.
Right.
And I can deeply understand that. But let me ask you this right here though. How you feel about, let's just say, the Jordan 4 or 5? About the 5, 4 or 5.
They're a little bit higher than 3s.
Yeah, exactly. Because you was a little older by the time they had came out.
Right.
So that's why I say, like, I don't have a problem because I understand that more I get into this, more I understand just what people's minds is. You know, it is what it is. But that's a talk about your pick though, boy.
It's just the way the shoe looks. Of the 3, that's my favorite one. That white cement.
It is. It's mine too.
That's what I'm saying. So knowing, like you say, the history, the story, if it wasn't no white cement 3, we probably wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Just knowing the history of it, I just think so, man.
I'm gonna say yes and no.
Why you say no?
I'm gonna say no because I think at the end of the day they say that because of the 3 and Tinker and all of that right there.
Yeah.
I just think at the end of the day, I don't want to say something that I heard, but Peter Moore and the other guy had left Nike.
Okay.
And they started their own thing.
Okay.
And the word is that they were trying to lure him to them. So it was a contract thing so he can get more money. Okay. That's what I've been told. Okay. At this point, that's the reason that because they after the 2 they were gone.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like, okay, now they was gonna be competition to Nike, and they was kind of in his back, in his ear saying, hey, so he like, well, I'm about to go.
Now, I heard that story, but then I also heard that he wasn't a fan of the 1s or a fan of the 2s, and it was like,
well, he wasn't a fan of the 1.
I'm saying that the 3s.
I know he wasn't.
Such a word, just because it's ugly, I guess, for starters.
Hey, I agree with you. They are ugly.
Now, wait a minute. Didn't you?
I'm a fan of the 1.
But if you look at it, of the first 3, let's be honest, the 3 look better than the 1, the 3 look better than the 2.
3 look better than all of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
so,
not by how thing going now. You would think the 1 was the holy grail where everybody be down, but that's another story for another day.
But that white cement 3, it goes back to what you were saying, like where I am, you know what I'm saying, age-wise, what I do. I wasn't able to see every single thing. Because it really was a reignition, and it makes me wonder, like 94, that shoe didn't sell like it would sell today, you know, because we were just getting started with retro.
Fake news.
You think so?
I was there. Let me.
I'm talking about
no.
I'm going retro 3.
Yeah, yes.
Talk to me. Educate me. I need to know.
Fake news.
Okay.
All right, 1994. Can't speak for your area because I know a lot of people like to say different stuff. The only shoes that retro during that time that sat still was the Jordan 1, and the Jordan 2. The Jordan 3 sold out. At my high school, I was a junior that year. That shoe was at everybody's feet.
I thought it was on sale and everything.
They lied to. Let me tell you something. I can tell you now, Athens, Georgia, them shoes was gone.
Man,
and when I went to school, everybody had them on their feet. They have so much on their feet that people be like, damn, I don't even want to wear mine. Listen, I'm talking, people say it straight up when we was in school, like, damn, I ain't finna wear mine. I just put mine up. Because everybody had, because you know why everybody had that shoe in 94? Because everybody couldn't get it in 88. I was fortunate I got it in 88. But my thing was in 94, when that shoe came, people said, oh shit, I can get a Jordan. And they got that shoe because they couldn't get it in 88.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't see anybody personally with that shoe. I didn't know anybody personally with that shoe. In 94, didn't see nobody with the 3. Didn't see nobody with the 1s or 2s. The only person I saw with the 2s was Martin. That was on TV. But I didn't see nobody.
Well, how old were you in 94 though, my boy?
9, bro.
I was fucking 17. What I'm trying to tell you is like,
I was 9 years old in 94.
listen. What I'm trying to tell you is that, listen, that's fake. Listen, I can't speak for New York. I can't speak for Chicago. I can't speak. I can tell you in Georgia, the motherfucker was gone.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you that now in Georgia.
There's something new every day. You just put me on, but it's still a classic. So that 3 is gonna make it.
I got you.
Everybody's top 10. That 3 is gonna make it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's back on me.
Yeah, back on you.
Number 5 for me is the Jordan 13.
Which color?
I'm not finna pick a color.
If I had to guess, for you,
You'll be wrong and wrong again.
Flints, the blue ones.
You will be right and wrong.
Okay.
Let me tell you why you're gonna be right.
Okay.
You're gonna be right because that was the shoe that sold out the day of.
Right.
In case y'all don't know, the Flint 13 was the Jordan that sold out the day of. Like, if you didn't get them that morning,
Won't get 'em.
it was a wrap for you, right? Reason why I'm saying you're gonna be wrong because I can't pick between the cherry, the bread, well, the black and red, and that damn Flint.
Okay.
I can't pick. Like, the truth be told, I mean, I got all 3.
Okay.
I can't pick. Like, if you told me right now, pick one, I cannot pick. Like, I really, those shoes are like everything about that 13. And back then, not so much now. They were very, very comfortable shoes back then. And I can't pick. You can be telling me, no, you full of. I'm telling you, I could not pick because the 13 has a place in my heart because that was a shoe that I still have OG. The other cherry 13 I have OG. And that bread I had wanted, and I got it back, and I loved it. Man, I wore that bread, dog. I think I wore that bread. I ain't gonna lie. I stopped wearing it because I wore it for like a year straight.
God, dog.
Well, I loved it.
God, dog.
I wore that thing for about a year straight, boy. What that was, 17?
Yeah.
About a year straight, boy. Yeah, I know I ain't put that shoe down about 19. So yeah, that Jordan 13, like OG, them 3. Now you can keep that He Got Game. We didn't call it that, and that sat still. Now you talking about sat still. That He Got Game sat in the store. You like that black playoff? It sold well, but it wasn't for me. But them 3, when that trifecta, them 3. Yeah, I got that was next level for me.
Okay. Oh,
Back on you, my boy.
Good pick. So I just transitioned from the Air Jordan 3 white cement. I'm going Air Jordan 4 black cement. Black cement. Tell you what, when that shoe originally released, I didn't really know too much about it. I'm just tell you the first time I really saw it and paid attention to it, I was looking at the cover of Sports Illustrated, found an old magazine. Is a huge picture of Joe Dumars with his hand down like that right there. They got a little small version of Michael Jordan, but he got them black cement 4s on, basically like his hand on his head, which was significant too because he had a problem with them Pistons, folks.
You gotta tell me, I watch. Let me tell you, that's why I try to tell people, listen, and this for all y'all people who bash Michael Jordan, I watched that man get beat down.
Right, he got a problem.
Let me tell you something. They sent me almost in tears plenty of nights, them Pistons watching them game back in the day, people picking at me the next day at school. Let me tell you something. Them Pistons wasn't no joke, bro.
Right, he had a problem.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm talking about elbows and fisticuffs, bro.
Man, but you look at that particular shoe and you talk about some games. Obviously, we know about the shot against Cleveland.
Yeah, last year.
That's gonna be iconic. Or that move, got the steal, throwing it back in bounds, get it back and do a backward shot against Bill Laimbeer, the Pistons. But them shoes are iconic just for the moments.
Yeah, they did have some. He had some very iconic moments in that shoe.
Just for the moments. And then when you talk about it coming back for the first time in '99, we like the white cement, but that black one set it off. It was just like, oh my God. When I saw them, I was like, man, them shoes are back. I ain't had no idea they was back till I saw them with somebody. We was in the gym hooping. Dude had them on his feet.
It was different back then.
It was different.
Back then, you had to take your ass to the store.
Yeah.
When you go to the store, you were going there. Oh, they sitting out on the shelf.
Yep.
You would know. Now magazine had it in it back. I think the magazine had started putting them out there later though, right?
I think the first time I remember was around 2000 when the.
That's what I say. I'm thinking like 2000 when we got that. We got information on magazine back 2000. I don't think in the 90s we got information as far as that because like Foot Action back in the day, in case y'all don't know. Foot Action would put the shoe in a little glass case a week before it came out, so everybody you could walk by, you actually see it. That's how we knew it was kind of coming out back then.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yep. So that Black Cement, but that's always gonna be my. And I'm in the top 5. Well, yeah, that's number 5.
That's 5 for you.
Yep, that's the top 5.
All right, number 4 for me is the Jordan 5. I mean, at this point, some of this stuff gonna be self-explanatory. Hell, I done bought damn near every Jordan it is at 5. I ain't gonna lie to you. I done even bought some of the ones that ain't been OG. I got the gold medal 5s. I done bought just about every type of 5 it is. I like Jordan 5s. They're not uncomfortable. They okay, as far as that, but I think they look great. The Great 5 is a nice looking one. Of course, my number 1 is that Black Tongue 5 that's coming out. I've never owned that too.
Oh,
so
okay.
I got to have that one right there, because you got that one from 13, but I got the Aqua from 13. But yeah, the 5 is a at this point we getting on iconic shoes. We getting on shoes that pretty much 90% of the people gonna say in their top 5 at this point right here.
Yeah,
so let's just call it what it was. Yeah, that Jordan 5, definitely that Black Tongue is that's the one. I mean, the truth be told, that black metallic still, I mean, you can't, think about it. You can't say white, you can't say the red metallic, you can't say the Black Tongue. Like, you can't, like, the truth be told, if, let's just say you was a kid back then, if you gave me either color, I'd be fine.
Well, and you actually took a thought from my brain, because that's one of those shoes that kind of make me miss back in the day. Because when the shoe come out, you're going to get 2 pair on one day. It was like that for a couple of years.
You got to choose.
You can choose. You can choose the white pair. You can choose the black pair. Either way, whatever you choose, you're not gonna be disappointed.
You're not gonna be going wrong.
Yeah, you're not gonna be disappointed. So now that's one of those things that make me, like Boosie say, man, I miss the old day. I miss everything old. Yeah. All right. So number 4 for me, the Air Jordan 7. I'm gonna go with the Bordeaux. That's my number 4. I know he looked disappointed. I know he was hoping I was gonna say the Cardinals, but
no, I was hoping you say the Cardinals.
The Bordeaux, man. I think to me that's an iconic one. You got the All-Star game. You got the Michael Jackson video. You got you got
keep on
the commercial, the Bugs Bunny commercial with the Super Bowl.
Keep on. That's why you know why I'm laughing at you.
Why?
Think about everything that you saying.
Okay, talking about
TV.
No,
go ahead. This is where the age gap part gonna come in.
TV.
So you talk about TV stuff.
Yeah.
Man, when them shoes came out, y'all know what people were wearing during that time? High tech, boot.
Yeah, we talking 92. Yeah.
All right.
High tech.
So when them shoes came out, you know what they called them shoes when they first came out?
Don't know.
African shoes.
Because the
they call them Africans. Like, what you got these African shoes?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like being at my age, I saw this. It's like that Bordeaux was not like that. It was a cool shoe, but you know that shoe got popular? Say the video. Go
on Michael Jackson.
There you go.
But to tell you the truth, that's the first one I saw, like in person with somebody with it on. That's the first one. The 7, that's the first one I saw.
When I saw that, it was so many other shoes that were being offered at that time that it wasn't no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm just being real with you. It was not a big deal. Like, the Bordeaux is a lot of people's favorite now. Right. Because think about like anything in life. It's like a song on the radio. If I keep putting it in front of your face, eventually you're going to catch on to it. The same thing they did with the Bordeaux. Y'all saw it in your videos. Y'all kept seeing it all the time in your face with commercialized. I'm talking about for the streets. What I saw on the streets like that, nah, not like that. I'm just being real. Not like that. Not as far as people that I saw like that. Nah, I can't tell that lie.
Okay. I don't disagree. It's one of my favorites though.
What that number was for you?
That was number 4 for me.
All right. Number 3 for me, you can switch either one. I'm saying the Jordan 6.
Man.
Number 3 for me, the Jordan 6. You can either put the 5 there or the 6. It's just that simple. I'm not gonna lie. Either one of them can be changed out.
I know your favorite color is the maroon.
The maroon 6, but you can't think about the 6 though. All right. From an aesthetic look. I'm not talking about comfort. We talking about aesthetics. That infrared 6, that sport blue 6, that maroon 6 is like, I mean, that's like a shoe that just sticks out.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, 6s was a big deal when they originally came out. It was a real big deal.
Man, you know what? I had a thought, because I know we talked about a 6 the last time we got the chance to talk, we talked about the 6, and we were talking about the Jumpman and the Nike. Remember I was talking about my wish one. I want to reimagine one to be the flip midsole.
With infrared from '99, right?
Man, think about that shoe. You know what? With most of those 6s, you could kind of get away with the Jumpman or the Nike Air, and you don't know unless you really sitting there paying attention. Because now, based on what I've heard and what I read, that was when they were trying to transition to kind of let Jordan be a little stronger on his own versus Nike Air. Because you know the 6 was the last one.
That was the last one with Nike Air.
But when you look at it, okay, look at the infrared, the black infrared. If you look at the black infrared, you got Nike Air on the back of the shoe. And what color is it?
Oh, it's black. So you can't really see it.
You can't see it.
Yeah.
The white infrared, the sport blue, if you look at it, it's white. The maroon is white.
What you trying to say? They transition. They didn't want you to see the Nike Air.
The only one you could see the Nike Air on was the Carmine because it was red with a white base.
You know, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so it's like with that shoe, we talked about whether it should have Jumpman. Well, it really don't make a difference.
Oh, it don't make a difference. Let me tell you something. Out of all the Jordans, I can tell you now.
Yeah.
The only Jordan I can tell you, OG, you can put a Jumpman on. That was all them Toro, you know, I got them Toro Bravo 6 and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell the difference. Like, with them, with a 6, you can, Jumpman, you can have it all day long and not make a difference. That is true. Now, you 100% right about that.
Except for the ones that it shows up, and I thought about it. I was like, you know what, that's right. So, I'm with you. That's actually a great pick. I can't really remember the hype around the 6, but I think the 6 might have been a little bit more popular, like you said, than the 7.
The 6 was more popular because of that damn championship.
Oh yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
First one.
So that 6 was popular, that championship, and like you said, that also it's them videos. See, like I told you, think about it. Them damn rap videos at the time, Yo MTV Raps and Rap City and all that. We saw them shoes all the time. So y'all gotta understand too, by 92, like you got that cross color, people start wearing them boots and stuff all the time. You got what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So you had options then. See, back then, the Jordan used to be the end all be all.
Right.
By the time we got to 7, it was other things that other people started getting into.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why. Like, most people don't even really talk about that.
Right. And I think that might be kind of sort of where we are right now. But you know, another conversation.
There you go.
All right. So number 3.
Number 3.
The Air Jordan 12 playoff. I don't know what it is about that particular 12, but that's my favorite one for whatever reason. I remember when it came out though, and we were talking about, because we used to look at East Bay books. And East Bay will give you something, it might not be readily available at that moment, but you knew it was coming, and it always had to say available on such and such
The date.
So you knew it was coming out, and my cousin picking me and my other cousin up from school, and I was like, man, them shoes coming out, man, I want these shoes. And his thing was, he a little older than me, but he wasn't no Jordan guy. He had all kind of shoes, but he didn't have a lot of Jordans. But he was like, I don't really understand what's the hype behind the shoe, because we had a black and white one that was coming, but we had a white and black one. He said it's just the same shoe with the reverse. Yeah, that was his explanation. And I think he was in high school at the time. I was like, cuz, you don't understand. These shoes dope. I want them. I don't know what it was about that black and white colorway, but that was the first one that really opened. Now as I gotten older, you know, you look at them taxis again, I'm starting to kind of have more of an affinity for the white ones than I did back in the day.
Okay.
But that black and white one, that playoff 12 was probably what. And then it didn't help. I mean, you know, with him playing ball in it, I'm like, man, listen, I can always remember that iconic shot. Absolutely.
I got you, done deal. I got you, my boy. But that's pretty good. Back on me now.
Back on you.
All right, number 2 for me is gonna be the Jordan 4 white cement.
That almost made my list.
It ain't no almost.
It almost made my list.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Y'all know I don't wear Jordan 11s because them cross the water done killed us. They done drowned us with them damn 11s. They so fake. But
Oh man.
Y'all know when we did our top 5 shoes, I put the Jordan 11 bread as my number 2, right?
Right.
But this white cement 4 definitely it jumped over it. I ain't gonna lie. The white cement 4 is definitely a top shoe for me all time. The look of it, I still remember being a kid because I had the fire red. I had the fire red. I remember going to 6th grade. I had the fire red, but that white cement was. Telling y'all, that was like another level. And I think the reason why we appreciate the white cement so much more because we can't have them that long.
Right.
because they get, they'll get dirty. Now, of course, mine and yours
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
But they get dirty, get so messed up, and people can't really hold on to them long.
Right.
But that white cement 4 is that is the right here when it comes to me, when it comes to shoes.
I didn't put it on my list, but it is one of my favorite shoes though.
You put the black 4 on
the
there,
black one on
but
there,
you know who got the black heels for me? Like the black is way back. It's like third because I like the white, and then I like the fire red, and then after that I go black. Then I go the military blue 4.
I'm gonna be honest with you. 3s and 4s are obviously 2 of my favorite models, and the main reason the white cement 4 didn't make my list is because the white cement 3 did make the list.
I got you. I don't give a damn. I just like them.
But I'm gonna tell you what, they did bless me. In 16, we got that Nike Air white cement 4 because I had the one from 12 before that with the Jumpman.
I remember in the weight room I saw you back then.
Oh man,
we both coaching we coached same school then.
Yeah, we was
before they came out.
They came out. No, what you saw me with was them Bordeaux.
No, I saw you with. You remember you had them white cement with the Jumpman on the back.
Yeah. I did. I still got that shoe to this day, but I can't. I ain't. It's been years since I wore that shoe. Like I looked at it the other day. Matter of fact, I was like, nah, can't do it.
He said, I can't do it. I've been like, can't do it.
Can't do it, man. I just even the. I remember that's a shoe I stood in line for. The cement gray was.
It was a big shoe.
It was a dark gray.
There's a lot of people got in trouble for that shoe,
and it went but $160. But it was the dark gray, the Jumpman. But at the time, I did not care because it gave me an opportunity to own the shoe.
Get the shoe.
To own the shoe. But when that thing came out in
2016, boy,
I was so
Lord.
glad. I was like, yes, sir. And that's another conversation for another day. 2025, it is.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
But in 2016, that was a must have.
Oh yeah.
That one kind of like. I'm gonna tell you that was a must have. Like I knew that I was going to get that shoe.
And that was 220 in 16, right? Or
yeah.
Was it 225?
I think it was 220.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it was 220.
And that was one of those shoes because we have been asking for Nike Air for the longest. They gave it to us, and then
but they gave it to us right though.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Lord, they gave her that shoe right.
But the price was it went up, but I didn't care.
Didn't nobody care.
Like, I'm gonna buy that mug.
Nah, nobody cared about that because that when you send it to us like that,
pay the price. Yep.
Oh yeah. All right, back on me now.
No, it's back on me.
Oh, okay. Let's see it.
On me. He just said he don't like 11s, but I do.
Oh yeah.
Jordan 11. Columbia. I refuse to go with that Legend Blue nickname. I'm gonna tell you the two.
That's your number 111?
No, my number one. Yeah. My number 111.
Over the red?
Always been. Even.
What you talking about? What you talking about, Lou?
Since I was like when it first came back out, like 96.
Boy, stop.
Dead serious. Always been my number one.
Dead ass.
Always been my number one.
Columbia.
Always been my number one. Always been my number one. Controversy.
Yeah, I ain't expect that one.
Always been, but I'm gonna tell you what.
I had to get a sip of something to drink on that.
That 14, the 14 killed my vibe when it came. They didn't do it right. Well, they didn't do it right for us because I think my daughter, hers, my oldest daughter, hers was right. I think hers was like a 6.5. The tint of blue was right. The shape was right. I'm like, man, I'm looking at hers like, I'm jealous, man. They did y'all's right. They didn't do it like it looked blue, but as time got to it, it started looking green. It started looking like a medicine or something. I'm like, nah, this is right here.
You want to know something crazy?
What's that?
When that shoe came back, when that shoe at the outlets?
I don't remember.
I think that shoe was at the outlet. What year that was again?
2014.
I think that shoe. I think later. I think that shoe was in the outlets.
I don't remember, but it's just, and I know we got this big thing about 11s where some people like again, when you talk about nostalgia, because I look on, you can talk about ages. Now I'm starting to get to the point where I pay attention to stuff like that because when we talk about 11s overall, some people like what they're doing now with the higher cut patent leather. And then you have some people that like it low. I'm not a fan of the low patent leather, but at that point, that was all we could get.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that. They had the low patent leather. The blue on the bottom was off. The Jumpman was turned the wrong way on the left.
You about to get it the way you want it now.
Oh yeah. Oh man, listen. But to me, it's not my number one Jordan of all time. Number two, because it was my number 111. Like if I could have got that shoe back in '96, I'd have been happy. I'd have been. I didn't need the black and red one. Didn't need the white and black one. That blue one was it for me.
Didn't even see him in 96. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't see him like that.
Oh, I saw him.
No, I ain't seen him. That's why I say about regions.
Yeah.
I ain't even seen him like that. But what I did saw, I saw that damn black and red.
I saw him.
I saw that black and red, and I saw, like I said, let me say this. When I said I didn't see him, I didn't see him the same way I saw the black and red or the Concorde.
Man,
I didn't see that like that. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if nobody really know this, but them shoes didn't hit like that when they first dropped, other than black and red.
the black and red was
the black and red hit day one.
I agree with you. I remember having like,
but them white and black ones.
We talk about that East Bay
Concorde.
book. We talk about that East Bay book.
Yeah. You say well, they sold out.
That thing said sold out, and the shoe ain't even. I'm like, bro, we just got the book.
Let me tell you how popular that black and red was. God bless her soul. My grandmama dead and gone. Even my grandmama saw that shoe. She said, "That's a nice shoe right there."
Yeah.
My grandma was 60-something years old. What that was? 96?
Yeah.
95? She said that when she saw that the red and black one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, man, that was a difference, man. That was a difference.
Oh yeah, it popped. Don't get me wrong. To me, I guess my personal favorite for whatever reason has always been that white. Don't get me wrong. Now I'm a fan of that black and red one. I am a fan of it. I'm a fan.
But
of
you
the black
prefer
and
the
red.
Columbia.
I prefer that Columbia.
You like the first person I ever heard say that, man. That's interesting.
And I'm never gonna call it Legend Blue. Always gonna be Columbia.
I got you. That's all right, my boy. I ain't gonna tell no lie. That was a little different. All right, number one for me. We done had this relationship since 1988. It's gonna be the Jordan 3 white cement.
Who didn't know that though, bro?
I know anybody who followed that, y'all, they know.
Who didn't know that?
All right, so once again, for the ones who don't know the history, because we growing a little bit, boy. You said we had 3,000 people watch our last video, boy. We're growing.
Yeah.
If you don't know the history, I had this shoe in 1988 in the 5th grade. My mama bought it for me. I also had this shoe in 1994 when they came out in retro. I also had the 2013 pair when they turned around and put Nike Air on the back and Jordan at the bottom. I also got the reimagined pair. I had 2 pair, but hey, sometimes you got to be a better friend. I hear this, like, but yeah, this is my number one shoe, no matter what. No shoe will ever beat this shoe to me. If I ever get in a position where I'm able to get me 2, 3 at a time to wear, I wear them. You know, it's just always gonna mean a lot. It's nostalgia at its fullest. When I put this shoe on, it's always been a head turner, and it's always been a top shoe for me. I can't never see a shoe replacing the white cement 3 for me. It is what it is. Truth be told, when I leave away from here, I want to put a white cement 3s on my feet.
Message.
I want them on my feet.
I ain't mad at you.
So, yeah.
I am not mad at you. So if he said that, then you know it's real. You know, because we can't take nothing with us. But to try to take them, oh yeah, that mean a lot. Well, just like his number one. Matter of fact, he ain't seen my list. I'm gonna let you tell them what my number one shoe is. You got to know.
The Jordan 5, the Live 5,
Fire red, silver tongue.
That's it.
Listen, that's gonna be my. I'm gonna tell y'all a very embarrassing story about me and that shoe. Cause that's my favorite shoe of all time. I picked it over the Diamond Turf. I picked it over anything you could think of.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my grab.
Number one is number one. That's that one.
In that color. Now I remember back during COVID 2020 when that shoe came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was not an easy cop. It was not an easy cop. I had anybody.
It wasn't?
No. I had anybody I know close to me that could get like on the app. So if you had, because the shoes in the stores, it wasn't, you didn't have that, the plugs couldn't look out for us like that back then at that particular time because they wasn't really getting much either.
Yeah. But you know, I bought mine resale.
Man.
I ain't paid but a few dollars more though.
And you know me, I'm not doing that. I love the shoe, but I'm not doing that.
Well, sometimes like they say, baby, you got to pay to play.
Not doing that. But I'm having so much trouble doing it. And so my lady, I'm talking to her and I'm like, yo, I need this shoe. We going days and days and we going. There was one time we was having a conversation and she was like, you sound like you about to cry. And I'm like, no, I ain't about to cry. And deep down, I'm like, bro, I've been waiting on this shoe film and it ain't come. Like, that's how that relationship.
You about to cry. You about to cry in the car.
We was on the phone talking. And she called me out. I was like, I ain't about to cry. What you talking about? But I'm like, yes, bro, I was that broke up about that shoe. I did not think I was going to get it. But it just so happened I hit on, I think it was on Hibbett. I messed around and hit on it. And I'm like, man, I think the thing might have charged my car like to it. I was like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get the money back.
You get
As long
it
as
back.
I get the
As long as
shoe.
you get the damn shoe.
I was like, that's it. But that's gonna always be my, no matter how many times that shoe come out, like you said, if I get the chance to cop 2-3 pairs to wear, I do, because that's always gonna be my number one shoe.
I feel you.
And if I had to pick one now, I know they always say OG. If I had to pick one out of the ones from, you got 90, you got 2000, you got 13, and you got 2020, that one from 2000, January 5th, 2000. I know everybody like to say 99. January 2000.
You know, I said 99 myself, and I own the damn shoe.
That shoe is my favorite one. I think the shape of it, the just overall look of it.
You pick that over the OG?
I pick it over the OG. I ain't gonna lie to you. I pick it up because think about it, man. Them pictures, even if you get some people with some negative comments about the toe box on the 2020, but it came from looking at some of them pictures on the OG, because some of the OGs look good, but some of them had that.
This is my point.
Yeah.
This is what I've been saying. I've been telling people.
Quality.
You keep listen. You they wasn't perfect.
Right. They weren't.
But
They
you
weren't.
want to compare this next shoe and say, "Oh, this don't look like OG." No, it look like OG. It ain't perfect.
Right. So I think to me, just my personal opinion. Again, like you always tell everybody, look, this is our opinion.
Yes, our opinion.
So my opinion is that 2001. To me, it improved upon whatever imperfections the OG. Now, don't get me wrong, OG isn't, because OG had Durabuck material and everything. It was in a class of its own. But that to me,
It wasn't Durabuck on the one in 2000, was it?
no.
I'm about to say, I ain't thought so. I own that damn shoe. I own that shoe.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But the OG was. So that was one of the things that made it stand on its own. Just that one material alone. But that 2000, to me, it improved upon everything that the OG was lacking. Even though the OG was still the OG. Sometimes the remix is a little bit better. To me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel about that Chrome 8. I feel like they got that one better. To me, I listen, I totally understand. I keep trying to tell you.
Right.
I'm always have an open mind when it comes to shoes. That's the reason why I've always gonna buy new J's. That's why, because I have an open mind. Like my boy GB, I know you watching this because you called and cussed me out that day. Because I said I wasn't a fan of the 39, which I'm not.
Okay.
But the more I keep looking at it, he had to remind me. He say, "Since when do we ever like Jay when they first came out?"
It might be one to grow on.
And they grow on you. Just like now, I'm looking at them and I'm like, damn, okay. Look, because I seen what Trey Young with them on. So I say, okay, look. So that I get you, my boy. I totally understand how you are when it comes to that. You see stuff, you like, you know what? I prefer to have this over that. That's the reason why on my list, I'm probably gonna be the only person you see on YouTube have a newer type Jordan actually on his top 10.
No problem about it, dog. No.
I am gonna be the only one, because one thing about me, I'm uniquely me, and I like the fact that I can look. See, one thing nobody can ever take from me when it comes to this whole shoe thing, I don't need nobody to validate me, because I've experienced and I lived through it.
Right.
Like I actually got evidence. I got the pictures and I still got the damn shoes, a lot of them. So, but that's the thing about me. I know my lived experience, and like I say, I give all shoes a shot, but I'm liking where we at right now, though. I'm definitely liking where we at right now when it comes to shoes, because even with, I don't get off subject, but like about the young people right now, they exploring ASICs. Let them have their time. If their time is going to be the ASICs, let them have their time. Right. If their time is the Crocs, let them have their time. That's them. Like, they can't keep wearing the stuff that we used to do.
Right.
I
agree with that.
So just like today, somebody, matter of fact, I watching a YouTuber today, and he was saying that a bunch of older people went and bought the 14s. It wasn't a bunch of young people.
Right.
See what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah, that's about it though, my boy. Another good one. Good little list though, man. But I know there's some controversy. Leave them comments down there. Don't do us too bad though.
They probably gonna do me bad.
They ain't gonna do you that bad. They do me bad.
I know my list, like I said, didn't go past 15, so they probably
listen. They ain't gonna do me. Let me tell you something, boy. They gonna call me everything but a child of God, because I got 30s and 21s on mine.
It's somebody watching that agree with you. Though.
That's true. Yeah. But always remember, over here, we keep the body tight. Feet right. Later.